Alright, so look, man. Quick video here. I don't think I made a video about this over on my second channel yet, but if you're subscribed to my main channel, you would have seen me covering this story about rappers Boosie and Young Bleu having differences. Young Bleu was allegedly signed to Boosie's music label, went behind Boosie's back with Boosie's brother, and forged his signature with Empire when Boosie was shot in 2020 out in Dallas, Texas, and couldn't really move around. Now, of course, Young Bleu is denying these allegations, but Boosie is suing, and these two should see each other in court pretty soon. But nonetheless, here recently, and when I say recently, I mean last night, Young Bleu posted a picture on Instagram of him with $1 million cash. And Boosie, well, he felt the way about that, given the circumstances. He's claiming Young Bleu allegedly owes him money for forging his signature signing with Empire. And I guess that was Young Bleu's breaking point because he finally spoke out about it. He went on the Instagram rant. To pretty much sum it up, he's saying Boosie never helped him. Matter of fact, he doesn't help any of his artists. That's why none of them never blew up. He claims that some of Boosie's artists right now is in his DMs saying that he's right, but they're too scared to speak out. And he claims he has the receipts to prove it. He said he'll beat up Boosie. He was talking crazy. And in response, Boosie made some jokes about the guy's wife, gave examples of times he did invest money into Young Bleu's career. He did provide marketing for his career. Pretty much they're basically saying the opposite. But there's no surprise because there's usually three sides to every story. His, and the actual truth. I mean, one of these guys have to be lying, right? And in my opinion, well, I think two things could actually be true at once. I do believe Young Bleu when he says Boosie is no Yo Gotti. He doesn't put money into his artists like that. I mean, that is true. And I'm a Boosie fan. But Boosie, T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, those guys, they can definitely take some tips from Yo Gotti. He got all of his artists looking great. What else did he say? I'll beat up Boosie. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to tell you can't. Neither one of you necessarily are the knockout kings of the world, so I wouldn't be surprised. He even claimed that he tried to offer Boosie $2 million and Boosie turned it down because he felt like he was owed more. So Young Bleu definitely has some fair point. But as I stated, two things could be true. Marketing isn't necessarily about money. For example, if let's say I signed a podcast deal with Boosie and he come on my podcast, give me an exclusive interview, start shouting out my podcast on his Instagram lives, getting me an interview with Vlad TV, that's marketing within itself. I have just gained so many new fans and made so much more money, literally off of the Boosie's cosign. Once my podcast blow up, guess what I'm gonna do? Make sure Boosie good before I go sign like a Spotify deal or something like that. And I think that's what happened here. Young Bleu is paying attention to the dollar amount that Boosie spent on him, that he missed out on all of the word of mouth promotion that Boosie was doing for him. I mean, me, myself, I know about Young Bleu because of Boosie. What more marketing do you need? I mean, Boosie isn't Atlantic Records. You think he got millions and millions to invest in every artist? Crazy. I feel like y'all know what y'all got yourselves into when you signed to Boosie. And expecting Atlantic Records treatment from Boosie, I think that's just delusional. 200, 300,000 max. Boosie is probably spending on promotion for these artists. Most of the promotion comes from him, not the actual money. Gotti can push his artists like that on CMG because CMG signed a distribution with Scope Records, a huge record label. Boosie, that's just 100% independent. Everything is coming out of his pocket. Two different situations. If you wasn't looking for that, you should have never signed the contract, right? And in conclusion, did y'all forge the contract or not? That's what we're here for, right? Boosie could be not investing money into his artists. He can be this, he can be that. But is he telling the truth, though? Did y'all forge the signature or not? Because if you were on the contract and y'all forged his signature, he's 100% in the right here. Doesn't matter how bad he finesse y'all. That's on y'all. We talking about this. And I guess we'll have to see how it's settled in court. Also, I do have to mention, Young Bleu brought up Roc Nation, saying that he should have been left Boosie, etc., etc. I don't know. You got to go listen to the video for yourself. But I do kind of find it strange. Roc Nation is always in the middle of like battles between the artists and their label. Megan Thee Stallion, the Crawford guy, Uzi, DJ Drama, and now Young Bleu and Boosie. Because if I'm not mistaken, Young Blue's about to leave Empire, and it's looking like Roc Nation is the next move. But that's my thoughts on it. How do you guys feel about it? Drop it in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe. Catch you on the next one. I'm gone.